Hello, Serge here from the Backyard Driving Range. We have a question that came into customer service, and it is from William Spicer, and William says, "Hi Serge, I've played golf since the 50s and have always gone with the light grip approach, as I always felt that the hands would subconsciously tighten up at the moment of truth," which I guess we call that impact. "My big problem with the Serge swing has always been the bump, and for some reason the other day I tightened up, in parentheses, radically to me, on the grip, and for some strange reason I was able to bump and swing properly. The strikes were very crisp, producing high straight shots. This added 10 yards to my iron shots as well. At my age, a little extra yardage is a boom. So to your students, in capital letters, pay attention to all the instruction. Thanks for everything, William Spicer." Okay, so William, you firmed up your grip pressure and it seemed to affect your golf swing for the better. So the question is, why? Well, I think that what happens is that if you've been on this site any appreciable amount of time and heard me talk about the grip, what's the number one thing I always say? It should be relatively firm. The whole basic golf world says hold the grip lightly and hold it like a baby bird or an open tube of toothpaste. You're not going to swing in, squeeze any of it out, and just have it barely in your hands. And many times they say, and I'm speaking from a right-hander standpoint, that the right hand, the lower hand, is a bad guy, and don't even have it on there even more lightly and don't use it, because that's the one that tends to that we feel like grabs the club at the top and comes down and hits the ball with the right hand, and we say, "Oh, bad boy, don't use it," and lighten it up even more. Well, the point is if you were taking too big a swing and too big a turn, meaning parallel and turning too much and getting in a sacred burial ground, I think all of you know that the sacred burial ground is everything behind your toe line, and the rule is you can stand in it, but if you swing in it, you're dead. That's because if you swing in it, you cannot get back to the ball in a straight line to hit the ball at the target. You're going to be swinging out, right? You'll be swinging out. And so you have to come over the top to try to get back to the aiming line. And once you come out over the top, especially if your swing got the parallel or whatever, and you turn in a big turn, you have to pull the club up before to get it going, and then once it's up, it's going that way. It's going skyward. It's going away from the ball. And so right about here, your brain's going to say, "Yo, hey, we got a problem. The club is going that way. The ball's down here." And your brain says, "No problem. That's why we got the right hand. I'm going to just grab it and then pull the club back down to the ball." And that's why we feel like we're grabbing the club all the time. But the sad case is number one, the looser you hold it, the more you lose it at the top, the more you got to throw it, and the more you're going to have to grab it to get to the ball. So the answer is twofold. Start with a really good even grip of pressure of both hands, and turn only to the toe line and to 3/4. That way, if you're over your toe line, the club is straight up, and your arms are only over your toe line. They swing straight back down. The club comes down right to the ball. You're out of the graveyard. You're in front of the graveyard. All right. So your toe line is it. You turn only to the toe line, straight up, come straight down. It makes it easier to go straight up. So, and you have what I like to say is a much more firm grip, relatively firm. Both hands equal. It's like pulling down on a church bell. When you put both of them on, you don't have one hand tighter than the other. And then when you stop pulling, you don't pull one hand harder or faster than the other. You pull them even, and when a church bell jerks you back up, it pulls them both up even. And the grip pressure between both of them is even all the time, from the fingertips through the hand, through the wrist, all the way up to the forearms. When you squeeze up to your forearms. You don't let it reach your elbow and lock the elbow out. So we have a firm grip. So now the point is why did that affect your golf swing and you started hitting better shots? Because once you realistically energized and activated your hands and forearms better, that energy went right through your whole body. It went up to your shoulders, down your chest, into your abdomen, down into your hips, your thighs, into your legs, all the way down to your toes. So you energized your whole body. All the muscles were more actively ready. You stand here just barely holding the club. Your arms aren't energized. If you're not energized with the part of your body that actually holds the club you're trying to swing, what's the chances of the rest of your body being energized? You need the whole body energized, everything, to swing the golf club, to hit the golf ball. So I think as soon as you got a good firm pressure with your hands, it's just like flip the switch and zzz, everything went from your hands right up your arms, shoulders, all the way down to your toes. So your whole body was energized. Now it was ready. It was able to swing. The muscles were primed. They were ready. They were activated. Because they got that energy, the muscles are engaged. They can perform the tasks they're supposed to do. If your hands were too soft, your whole body was likely too soft, and so you're swinging here like mush, and there's really no control because there's not enough energy and activation. And so I just think the fact is that you finally figured out that, I guess maybe we could say, boom, when you set a good grip pressure in your hands to through your forearms, you have just flicked the switch to energize your entire body, and that's why you saw the better results. Because now the entire body, the entire mechanism that swings this golf club was ready to swing, able to swing, and because it was ready and able, it happened. All right, so that's what I mean by athletically ready. You finally got yourself into an energized athletic state, so you were ready to swing, and your muscles stayed controlled, and they stretched, and when one group stretched, and then they could fire and then another group took over for them. And so that's why you were successful, and it all started right here with a good grip. Equal pressure in both hands, so you can stand here, get in a good setup position, and make an energized swing, and just rip it down the middle. All right, and that goes with every club in the book. So yeah, you were right that the hands might tighten up at the moment of truth, which is impact. Yeah, they will, but not enough if they weren't activated in the first place. So you're setting your hands, got your whole body energized, athletically ready, and it proved it with good swings, hitting good shots. So now you know the secret to being ready to hit good shots. It starts with the grip and works its way all the way through the body. Well, that's it for the search today on, I guess we could call that Ready Golf 2, huh? And playing Ready Golf so you can hit better golf shots. All right, so that's it, and we'll be talking to you all again soon.